Hey guys, Rick Denham here with Xfactor Tackle Pro Staff. It's March, and that means springtime. Columbia River's starting to get them, which means the tributaries aren't far off. So I'm getting ready, all my gear, and I want to show you guys what I'm running this year. So everyone knows how effective good eggs can be for springers. Well, it can also be hard to come by them if you haven't saved them up. And you don't want to spend a fortune. Well, what are you going to do? Jeff at Xfactor Tackle has you covered. The large size egg clusters are perfect. They're so versatile that you can even throw a little bit of eggs in the bait loop and effectively fish the same bait for an extended period of time without having to rebait. You can even fish it by itself. They're so versatile, you're going to save money and you're going to save time and effort, which means more casts in the water and ultimately leads to more fish. These are the large size. They come in 12 pack, I believe, or the guide packs are 50 for the large. They're about the size of a nickel, and like I said, very, very effective. I caught a lot of cohos this year, and I can imagine the springers are going to be loving it just as much. So for rigging it, just like Jeff has shown in his videos, I'll run it real quick. I like to hook it through the flat side of the cluster first, allowing for the point to be facing down. It's all preference based. You can flip it the other way. I just like how this fishes. Gives a little bit of action with that flat side in the current. So just as it is like that, you can drift fish it. You can float fish it. I have a tutorial you can watch on how I rigged my float fishing for these eggs as well. But this year, there's going to be quite a bit of drift fishing for me, and in a lot of cases, bobber dogging. That's the new topic of choice this year, seems like. More on the mainstream, and I've really been starting to get into it, and I wanted to show you guys how I'm rigging it up. So, for all of you that don't know, this is a stick weight. It's about a 5 or 6 inch piece of spinner wire, as you can see here. Very simple. They come in usually a pack of, I don't know, 6 or 7 of them. It's like this here. I got that at Ted's Sports Center for just $1. So you get a few there. Then you're going to need your 1/8 inch hollow core pencil lead. Couldn't find mine, but you're going to thread it on once you cut your piece to length. Thread up the spinner shaft wire. Crimp the bottom, bend it over just a little bit, and I like to crimp the top, and you're effectively fishing. This stick weight isn't going to hang up as much. It's going to more glide through your holes, just allow you a lot more fishing time and a lot less re-rigging. So it's going to be fun to try this sucker out. But just like as effective as the eggs are going to be, a lot of people fish prawns for springers. And Jeff at Xfactor Tackle has great bait called the shrimp tail teaser. Now this sucker can be fished just like you would the egg cluster, right? You can drift fish it, you can nose hook it, you can do so many different things with it. A lot of guys like to fish it on a 1/4 ounce jig head. You can downsize it based on your water conditions, or leave it whole. Anyway, you can fish that thing just like the egg cluster, but a lot of people know how effective the shrimp tail cocktail is, I guess you call it, springer cocktail. The combination of the two, and I have it rigged up right here for you guys to take a look at. Doesn't that look nice? So how I rigged this up, you see about 1 inch down, I started threading down the hook till I got out to the point. I pulled this up the line, then I threaded on the bait, the egg cluster, just like I did before. And it's nice, the flat sides actually meet up, so you can thread it down, and now you're effectively fishing. Now, granted, these do have a little bit of buoyancy, so they are going to ride up a little bit. But if you're bobber dogging or float drifting, it's going to effectively fish very well. And the way hooking it like I did, you can hook it the other way, having the tail out. Doesn't necessarily, when I found, fit as well together like this. So that extra little bit of tail is going to be moving around a lot in the water as well. I think, and honestly, it's going to provide a presentation that a lot of fish haven't seen. And again, because it's a plastic bait, you're going to be able to fish this a lot longer and not have to rebait. So it's going to provide a lot of new options, I think, for guys out there. But, you know, this is that hot pink shrimp. For all of you that don't know, Jeff is getting the custom colors in the mix as well. I got a orange and pink there. A couple that I really like. The white and pink is going to be a killer. The reverse of the first one. Orange with the pink tail. And I really can't wait to use this for the summer steelhead. The Nightmare. So, you guys have a lot of options. This is just a sample of what you do. You can ask Jeff. He can get you any colors there that you really want. But for springers, right, this cocktail or just your normal egg cluster is going to be very hard to beat. As far as terminal tackle wise, I have this stuff rigged up, I think, on 12 pound, but I'll be bumping that up to 15 to 20 fluorocarbon leader, and you're running 30 to 50 braid on your float rods, but it's all up to you really. I just beef this stuff up a little bit because you're going to have some bigger fish as well. So get out there, guys. Fish are about starting to gum, so have fun, be safe, and thanks for watching. God bless you guys. Fish on.
Everything I am, everything I could ever hope to be, man, it's all rests in his name. I just wanted to pick him up real quick. Cause everything that I planned and all that